May his soul rest in peace.
Quite so. So let's talk about what Kenyans are fast online, and it seems to be all to do with Kenya's fight against Houthi rebels. After the president's visit to United States, our stature in the global scene seems to be going higher. Tell us more about this particular assignment.
Well, that's one way that netizens are viewing it, that our stature seems to be going higher, but others are also thinking that as a country we are losing control over ourselves. And this is because one of the things that has been trending actually of late is the Houthis and Kenya being sent to go and deal with the suspects around this Houthi situation. Houthis are an Iranian-backed rebel group that mainly attacks commercial ships on the Red Sea, Gulf of Aden, and now it has extended its attacks towards the Indian Ocean. While so far Seychelles has been dealing with the suspects, and this dealing means prosecuting the suspects. And now Kenya has been sent there, has been picked, to be specific, by the USA and EU, that is European Union, to go and help Seychelles in doing this. Well, Kenyans have mixed reactions, like I had said earlier. Others are seeing it as a way of defending our imports and exports, because in as much as we are helping other countries defend their goods, they are also our goods. Our goods are also in that group of imports. And other netizens are now saying that they feel like they're being misused. They feel like this state visit of Ruto to the USA has a lot of implications, and now they want to find out what really happened, what was the main reason for this visit. They feel like there's something that is being hidden, and that's why they feel like the country is being misused. But still remember that others think it's a good way to protect our imports.
Of course, opinion is divided on this particular matter, because some might fear retaliatory attacks from terrorist groups who are associated with the Houthi rebels. Only time will tell, but it's definitely a good move in terms of securing the waters around Africa and the world. Let's shift focus to other stories making headlines, and this seems to be emanating from Kissy County, where a certain county executive member survived impeachment. Tell us more about this.
That is Ndemo, Alfred Ndemo. Well, Ndemo had been, the move towards impeaching Ndemo this impeachment motion had been moved forward by, what is his name? Masige East MCA, Matume. And now, some of the things that Matume accused Ndume of doing is abusing his office and powers. And Ndume, oh gosh, these names are confusing. Matume and yes. So Ndemo had been accused of bullying employees, and there was a point that allegedly he asked a law enforcement officer to escort him home. And well, according to the minority chief whip, he said that these allegations are not substantive or strong enough to warrant an impeachment, and that is how he survived. Well, we actually have photos on our Standard Media digital site of how this went by, because at the end of it all, the MCAs involved in this hearing started clashing, and they started, some of them started throwing punches and fists, but so far, 43 MCAs voted for him to stay, for Alfred to stay, while 23 others were supporting his ouster. So far, he has survived the impeachment.
Okay, well, that's interesting coming from Kissy. Well, it's not too honorable for this honorable MCAs to exchange fistfights and whatnot, but we truly hope for calm and work for the people of Kissy County. Away from that, I understand South Africa is holding its general election, the 7th of its kind ever since the end of apartheid rule early in the 1990s. Let's talk about this South Africa election, because one interesting fact I got to know recently is that they don't vote for presidents. Unlike here in Kenya, the majority party in parliament nominates the leader to become the president. So interesting times. What's the latest from South Africa?
Actually, backing up your comment of how they select their leaders, people are saying that there has been a projected type of new government, that is the coalition government, coming up in South Africa, because ANC, which is the governing party right now, has has been estimated to lose most of the majority seats, and this will mean that other parties like EFF, that is under Julius Malema, and IDF,
Yes.
Inkatha Democratic AFD, Inkatha Freedom Party. Okay. They might have to now select their leaders who are going to lead alongside the main leader, but then they are saying that ANC is projected to lose the majority seats. Some other thing is this has been termed as one of the most unpredictable election in South Africa. And I was actually going through Twitter to try and establish who these people are siding with. And I couldn't tell, because one time is Ramaphosa, the other time is Julius Malema, and you also have them saying that the Democratic Alliance has more followers and more support than this other EFF and ANC. Well, we don't really know what is going to come out of this, but today is when they are voting. And as we all know that South Africa is a country that has been affected by several things. I remember when I was in high school reading about HIV cases being so many in South Africa because of rape. Well, it might have changed by now, but there are other crime issues that have risen. There is also the issue of load shedding, where the electrical company, the company in charge of electricity in South Africa, shuts down electricity at some point, so that in order to reduce the cost of electricity. There is also so much like unemployment, housing, and others. So let's see how these people are going to save their country.
Well, they definitely want those issues highlighted by the political class, and I'm pretty sure these parties, ANC, EFF, DA, are providing solutions even as they push to win in this particular election. We'll definitely focus on that as KTN News and keep our viewers updated in our subsequent bulletins in terms of the developments happening in South Africa. And Veronica, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you so much for your input. Okay, let's now shift focus to other stories making headlines right